Hello everyone, we are going to be talking about the king of the solar system today, which would be Jupiter. For those of you wondering where you can find scientific facts about Jupiter that are always reliable, you can go to science.nasa.gov/Jupiter/facts, or you can go to my blog, which is cosmically, LEIGH.space. So let's jump right into this quick bite episode. It's not going to be as long as the others because it is a quick bite episode, but it still will be fun. Jupiter. Why do we call him the king of the solar system? Well, the king of the solar system is because it is the largest planet in the solar system and it also spins the fastest. Jupiter, being the biggest planet in the solar system, is 2.5 times as heavy as all the other planets in the solar system put together. Jupiter also happens to have no surface whatsoever for spacecraft to land on because it is made of mostly hydrogen and helium gas. The massive pull of Jupiter's gravity squeezes the hydrogen so hard that it's actually a liquid or even a semi-solid at the planet's center or core. We do believe it does have a solid core, but still, there is no place for a spacecraft to land. Towards Jupiter's core, speaking of the core, immense pressure that makes the liquid hydrogen behave like a metal, actually, which is incredibly interesting. Also, a simple fun fact, Jupiter, being the biggest planet, gets its name from the king of the ancient Roman gods, Jupiter. Life as we know it. Very weird, very, very odd. But life as we don't know it is even worse. It's even weirder. It's even more incomprehensible. But Jupiter. Let's talk about its potential for life. The potential for life on Jupiter is very, very slim because Jupiter's environment is not conductive and not supportive of life as we know it. The temperatures, the pressures, the materials that characterize the planet are most likely much too extreme and volatile for organisms to adapt to. But we're still not sure of life as we don't know it, even though it's still most likely very unlikely for life as we don't know it. You can't say for sure. While the planet Jupiter is unlikely a place for living things to take hold, we can't say that for Europa. It's very, very close neighboring natural satellite. Europa is actually one of the most likely places to find living things to take hold in our solar system other than Earth. It has a very vast ocean, bigger than all of Earth's oceans put together, underneath its icy surface. So that is very interesting, and it is one of the hot spots where we believe life could be, it could be a breeding ground for life, which is great. Here's some more small fun facts for the kids out there. Jupiter is about 11 times bigger than Earth. So if Earth was the size of a nickel, Jupiter would be as big as a basketball. Alright, let's move on to the next fun fact. Size and distance. We already covered size. Let's go to distance. From an average distance of 484 million miles, 778 million kilometers, Jupiter is about 5.2 astronomical units away from the Sun. 1 astronomical unit, abbreviated as AU, is the distance from the Sun to Earth. From this distance, it takes the sunlight about 43 minutes to travel from the Sun to Jupiter. So let's look at it this way. It takes about 8 minutes for sunlight to reach Earth and for that sunlight to have an effect on Earth. If the Sun were to disappear, we wouldn't know it for 8 minutes because of the time it takes the sunlight to travel, because light is the fastest thing in the universe. It is the speed limit. The speed limit is the speed of light. It would take us 8 minutes to realize that the sun was gone. It just disappeared, and it would take 8 minutes for that gravitational effect to happen on Earth. It would take about 43 minutes for it to have an effect on Jupiter, which is incredibly interesting because the same effect applies, the same rules apply to it, which is very interesting. Orbit and rotation. Okay, so the shortest day in the solar system is a Jovian day. Jupiter has the shortest day in the solar system because one day on Jupiter takes about 10 hours, the time it takes for Jupiter to rotate or spin around once. It spins around faster than any other object in the solar system, I believe. And Jupiter makes a complete orbit around the Sun in one Jovian year, one Jovian time, which is about 12 Earth years, so 4,333 Earth days. So, Earth only has one moon, but Jupiter, with 4 large moons and many smaller moons, has kind of a little solar system going on there. It's actually interesting because if you have a good telescope, or just a telescope in general, you can see Jupiter, and actually you can see sometimes 3 and 4 of its largest moons. Jupiter has about 95 moons, or natural satellites, that are officially recognized by the International Astronomical Union. The 4 largest moons are known as Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto. Now, these natural satellites were first observed by the astronomer Galileo Galilei in 1610 using an early version of what we know today as the telescope. These 4 moons today are known as the Galilean satellites, and they are some of the most fascinating and phenomenal destinations in our solar system today. Also, when it comes around to the ancient Greeks named Jupiter Zeus, after the king of their gods. However, Jupiter is the Roman name for Zeus. The middle, or the equator of Jupiter, bulges out because the planet spins so fast. It churns up the planet's metal core and generates a magnetic field 10 times stronger than Earth's. Discovered in 1979 by NASA's Voyager 1 spacecraft, Jupiter's rings were a very big surprise. These rings are composed of small dark particles, as they are very difficult to see except for when backlit by the sun. Data from the Galileo spacecraft indicate that Jupiter's ring system may be formed by dust kicked up as interplanetary meteoroids smash into the giant planet's smaller innermost moons. Formation! Let's talk about formation. Jupiter took shape along with the rest of the solar system about 4.5 billion years ago. Gravity pulled swirling gas and dust together to form this gas giant. Jupiter took most of the mass left over from the formation of the Sun, ending up with more than twice the combined material of other bodies in the solar system. In fact, Jupiter has the same ingredients as a star, but it did not grow massive enough to ignite. About 4 billion years ago, Jupiter settled into its current position in the outer solar system, where it is the 5th planet from the Sun. The surface temperature of this planet is around minus 160 degrees Fahrenheit, also known as minus 110 degrees Celsius. And don't get on me for using Fahrenheit as an American. It's not because I'm an American, it's actually because you can be more accurate with Fahrenheit because you can be more detailed. So there's that. 40,000 kilometers across on Jupiter's surface is a huge swirl of red clouds, known as the Great Red Spot. The scientist Robert Hooke first noticed this spot in 1644. Jupiter is so big that the pressure at its core makes it very hot. The planet gives out heat, but not enough to make it glow. If it were about 70 to 100 times bigger, nuclear reactions would occur at its core and turn it into a star. But since it is not that massive, it will never turn into a star, sadly. In the Jovian natural satellite family, Io is the 3rd biggest, or the 3rd largest moon. At 3,642 kilometers across, its surface is a massive volcano caused by it being stretched and squeezed by Jupiter's massive gravity. Even though I still have more fun Jovian natural satellite facts, I'm going to cut this episode short right here because we are about to hit 9 minutes, and I think that's plenty of time for a short bite episode considering most episodes are about 40 minutes long, or I'm hoping to make them 40 minutes long. Anyway, thank you so much, and I will see you guys next time. This has been your Comic Cosmonaut, Beck Denton, and I will see you around. Bye-bye.